BFDI is seriously growing. As we can clearly see, we have, the past, 10 episodes, if you count Teapot and BFDIA, have all been in theaters. They've said BFDI 23 tickets still for sale. You can buy tickets to see BFDI A23 in theaters if you want. And you've been able to do this for ages. And yeah, it's like, and some people have thoughts, and I personally, my opinion is that it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Because for one, I'm very happy that the series I like is growing and is popular. Look at that, 1 million views in 9 hours. I like that that's happening. But I think... Okay. I think it's a double-edged sword, because they are doing what is popular, they are doing what will get the most clicks, but I'm not sure if they're doing what's genuine. Etymology Nerd was talking about this. There's sort of a... What is it? There's sort of a thing of the... I'll find it. Here it is, the slop spectrum. Let's see if he gets
What you don't understand about slop is that...
But, okay, anyway, you can see in this video, we've got the slop spectrum of form and expression, right? Successful application of a medium versus preservation of human, I presume, expression.
Every work of art is somewhere on what I call the slop spectrum. On the vertical axis we have form, which is how good something is at the thing it's trying to be. Starry Night is very good at being a painting, Taylor Swift is very good at being a successful musician, and AI Shrimp Jesus is very good at being a viral Facebook post. On the horizontal axis we have expression, which is how much human meaning is preserved in the form. And here's the thing, it's very hard...
So yeah, that's the concept. BFDI was at one point sort of more down here, right? It was very much a pure expression of Carrie and Michael's human intention, but it was not a very successful application of a medium. The early seasons of BFDI, I'm sorry to say, are not very good, and were not very popular for a really long time. And now I think it's more moved here. Sort of this area. It's better at being popular, it is good at being popular, it is less human. I feel as if, because they are trying to work with the algorithm, and because they're trying to do something that is successful over something that is purely for their own enjoyment, the amount of humanity in it has gone away. If that makes sense. It's moved from here to here. And you might see that as a good thing, you might see that as a bad thing. It depends on if you prefer pretentious indie art house films or Taylor Swift, right? That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is a thing. It is something that's happened. I do not believe modern BFDI is as much of a expression of Carrie and Michael's intention as old BFDI. But I do believe that modern BFDI is better at being enjoyable content. Does that make sense? And I think this is where the primary conflict is coming from. That's what I think has happened to BFDI, and you can see that as a good thing, you can see that as a bad thing. I don't know my opinion on it yet. I don't have one. I see it as a purely neutral thing. It is a thing that has happened, and you may come to your own conclusions about what you think. And if you disagree, if you think that it hasn't become less of an expression of BFDI's human intention, then, let me know. I want to have a conversation about this. I want to get the conversation started, because we've got a lot of kids screaming at each other, and a lot of adults screaming at each other, and I would like to have some kids and adults having civil conversations about the genuine truth of what's happened. Thanks for watching.